I woke up to the sound of whispering. At first, I thought it was part of a fading dream, but the voices grew louder, distinct, and undeniably real. My bedroom was bathed in pale moonlight filtering through the curtains, and everything appeared still, except for one thing: the mirror on the far wall. It was fogged up, as if someone had just breathed on it, and in the condensation, words began to form. "Don't turn around." My heart seized in my chest. I lay there, frozen, staring at the mirror, the message glaring back at me. The room felt colder than it should have been, and the air carried a faint, acrid scent, like burning hair. The whispering started again, faint but insistent, coming from just behind me. I wanted to scream, to leap out of bed, but I couldn't move. My mind raced, trying to rationalize what was happening. Maybe it was a prank. Maybe I was still dreaming. But the smell, the whispers, and the chilling presence pressing down on me all felt terrifyingly real. Gathering what little courage I had, I forced myself to speak. "Who's there?" I whispered, my voice trembling. The whispering stopped instantly. The silence that followed was worse than the noise. Slowly, too slowly, I became aware of the faint sensation of breath on the back of my neck, warm and rhythmic, as though someone was standing right behind me. I couldn't resist anymore. Against every instinct screaming in my head, I turned my head slightly, just enough to catch a glimpse of the mirror. And that's when I saw it. A shadowy figure, tall and impossibly thin, loomed over my bed. Its face was a twisted void, as though someone had smeared its features into nothingness. Its hand, elongated and claw-like, reached toward me, but it wasn't touching me. Not yet. I bolted upright, finally breaking free from the paralysis, and whipped around to face nothing. The room was empty. The whispers were gone, the smell had faded, and the mirror was clear. For a fleeting moment, I thought it was over, until I saw the new message forming in the condensation on the mirror. "You shouldn't have turned around." I sat on the edge of the bed, trembling, the silence of the room pressing in on me. My phone was on the nightstand. I reached for it, my hand shaking as I unlocked the screen. The glow of the screen was comforting, even if only slightly. I opened the camera app and turned on the front-facing lens, pointing it behind me as I scanned the room. The reflection showed nothing unusual, just the dimly lit room, but my gut told me otherwise. Then, the camera glitched. Static rippled across the screen, and for a brief second, the shadowy figure appeared again, standing closer than before. My breath caught in my throat as the image froze on its blank face and outstretched hand. Then the screen went black. A loud bang shattered the silence. It came from the mirror. The glass vibrated as though something had struck it from the other side. I dropped the phone and backed away, my eyes locked on the mirror. A crack started to form in the glass, spreading outward like spider webs. Behind the fractures, the shadowy figure's void-like face emerged, pressing against the surface, as if trying to break through. The lights in my room flickered, and then went out entirely, plunging me into darkness. I could hear it now, not just whispers, but footsteps, slow and deliberate, circling me. The air was thick, heavy, and I felt a suffocating weight pressing down on my chest. In the pitch black, the mirror emitted a faint, otherworldly glow. The figure's hand pushed harder against the glass, and with a deafening shatter, the mirror exploded. Shards flew across the room, and I threw my arms up to shield my face. When I lowered them, the figure was gone, but the room felt wrong, warped, as if I was no longer alone. I turned to the door, ready to make a run for it, but it slammed shut before I could take a step. On the wall, scratched into the wood, were the words, "It's not over." A cold hand grasped my shoulder from behind, and everything went black.